In the Tibetan tradition, there is a prophecy that has taken on great meaning for me and my friends and colleagues. My dear friend and teacher, Dugu Chögyal Rinpoche, tells it this way, and I share it in that same way. And it has been like getting my marching orders for this time of the Great Turning. So it goes like this. There comes a time when all life on earth is in danger. In this time, great powers have arisen, barbarian powers, and although they waste their wealth in preparations to annihilate each other, they have much in common. Weapons of unfathomable death and devastation, and technologies that lay waste the world. And it is just at this point, when all the future of all beings hangs by the frailest of threads, that the kingdom of Shambhala emerges. Now you can't go there. It's not a place. It exists in the hearts and minds of the Shambhala warriors. Actually, you can't tell a Shambhala warrior by looking at her or him because they wear no uniforms, no insignia, no banners, have no barricades on which to climb to threaten the enemy or behind which they can rest and regroup. They don't even have any home turf. Forever and always they must move across the terrain of the barbarian powers. And Chögyal Rinpoche said to me, now is the time when great courage is required of the Shambhala warriors. Moral courage and physical courage, because they're going to go into the heart of the barbarian powers to dismantle their weapons. And weapons in every sense of the word. The bombs and armaments manufactured and deployed, and the corridors of power where the decisions are made. To dismantle the weapons. And he said, Joanna, mark this. The Shambhala warriors know that these weapons can be dismantled because they are manomaya, mind-made. They are made by the human mind. They can be unmade by the human mind. Because the disasters that are threatening us and unfolding are not brought about by some extraterrestrial force or some satanic deity or even by an unchangeable, inexorable fate. They arise from our relationships and our priorities and our habits. They are made by the human mind. They can be unmade by the human mind. So the time is upon us, he said, when the Shambhala warriors go into training. Well, you can imagine. I said, how do they train? And he said they train in the use of two weapons. And that was the term he used. What are they, I asked. And he held up his hands the way the lamas hold the ritual objects in the great lama dances of his people. And he said, one is compassion, and the other is insight into the radical interdependence of all phenomena. And you need both. One is not enough. You need the compassion because that provides you the fuel, the motive force to get you out there where you need to be to do what you need to do. And what it consists of, basically, is not being afraid of the suffering of your world. And you know, when you're not afraid of the suffering of your world, nothing can stop you. But that by itself, he said, is too hot. It can burn you out. So you need the other. You need that wisdom that insight into the mutual belonging of everything that is, interwoven as it is in the web of life. And when you have that, you see, you know that this is not a war between the good guys and the bad guys, but that the line between good and evil runs through the landscape of every human heart. And we are so interwoven in the web of life that even the smallest act with clear intention has repercussions through that web that we can barely see. But that, he said, is a little cool by itself. So you need the heat of the compassion. And if you've looked at the Tibetan monks chanting, often you will, in their pujas, you will see their hands doing moving mudras. And often as not, they are dancing the interplay between karuna and prajna, compassion and wisdom. Well, that's the prophecy.